bodies are torn out like it?
That was cool, man. That was the coolest thing in the movie, I think.
You were actually, the great thing about it is, what you're seeing a bunch of bodies in a body that was literally 25 feet high.
So the people inside
Were actually people, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then at the end, when the hands start coming out, literally, we had this thing of where we were like drawing everything to a close. We were on a second stage that was just the church itself. And we didn't have enough people so that everybody in the office, me, absolutely everybody had to take a hand and puppet a hand, right? And at one point, I remember a friend of mine, Nick Benson, actually was operating his hand, and he gives her out, and he just kept poking Robert in the eye with the hand. You know, accidents happen. What can I say?
If you got a question, just raise your hand. I'll come to you. All right. Yeah, I'll start right here in front.
I think the Roach effects and the Roach Motel death were fantastic. How did you do those?
The Roach Motel is actually Screaming Mad George's effect, and we, from a set point of view, we had the enormous attic segment, and then we built the Roach Motel, and we built it up on a platform. And it's great because Screaming Mad George was explaining to me, and I drew the short straw, because the short straw was the guy that had to go down and deal with Screaming Mad George and figure out what his plans were. And it was actually really my job, but I came up with the idea of, well, let's draw straws, because Screaming Mad George drove me crazy. And of course I drew the short straw again. It was my idea. I still drew the short straw and go down, and he goes around his workshop, right? And he goes, well, and he pretends. At the time, he would use the fact that he was Japanese. He would weaponize it. In other words, it was like, so what are we doing? I'm like, oh God! And he would pick up a fiberglass shell piece and a fiberglass wing piece, and he was like, and he'd put it together with a hand, and he'd put it this and that. I swear, I have no idea what's going on here. Absolutely none. But in the end, when he brought these pieces together, and the thing is, you can see that it's just pieces. You know, there's the shell pieces that are back, and then there's little body pieces and stuff, and they're puppeting. And it's just such a brilliant job. I mean, he's become a dear friend since. Mysteriously, at the end of that show, he spoke perfect English to me, and we've been friends ever since.
We had a question in the back.